behind it. You're in front of it. There's one on the floor. Someone came up, put it down on the floor to kind of disperse it for the room.
Gotcha.
So, where they put it.
Are you still the president of Democratic Women?
Yep, because we didn't appoint nobody yet.
It's a big room.
Yeah. We haven't met since February.
Yeah.
Standard forms.
I tried to get one, but nothing.
But
You can always do a
has
Zoom.
worked on
I
stuff
don't know how to get that started.
It's no
So
problem.
we should be getting
Just get you a
people
Zoom
more.
account
They said-
and then just send them on
Where
email.
do you get the Zoom account?
It's free. It's free. If you keep your minutes less than, if you keep your meetings less than 40 minutes,
So where do I go to get that? Where do I go to
just
start?
go to the
They
internet
said they have to come in
and
on
download it.
Okay.
And just tell everybody you're going to keep the meeting to less than 40 minutes and it's free.
Mine never over 40 minutes anyway.
At least that way you can meet.
Yeah.
Tell them you're going to have a 20-minute meeting. You can set it all up for free. Don't cost you, don't put nothing in it off. It's less than 40 minutes and you just do it all that way. Because I did one with the family for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And you got all their email addresses, just send it to them.
Okay.
Because that way the link pops up on their email. They don't have to put a phone number in or nothing.
Good morning. I'd like to begin with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Now the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call the meeting to order and ask the clerk for the roll.
Managers Graham. Thompson. Constantopoulos.
Present.
Blanton.
Here.
Davis. And Elkins.
Next item on the agenda, consider approval of the transfers. Do I have a motion?
Motion approved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That motion carries. Item 6, consider approval of an order to appoint Andrew Fugit to the Winchester-Clark County Administrative Hearing Board.
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor respond by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? That motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Fugit, for attending today. Item number 7, consider approval of an order to reappoint Alan Curtis as Clark County Road Supervisor. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
I have a comment, Judge, if I could.
Sure.
I've seen some of Alan's work, and it looks really good. He's had the crews out doing a whole lot of good things that we hadn't had done in the past, so I commend him for that. So that's really good. On the other hand, we do have order number 2017-26 that requires identification of vehicles, and I'd really like to vote for this reappointment. But it says the only vehicles that are exempt are those that are used for surveillance and different things, and it says that the words Clark County must appear on the vehicle in 2-inch letters, and we don't have that, and I was just bring that to the court's attention. I think I've mentioned that to you on a couple of occasions, and just would like to bring that up to the court. If there's any response, I would appreciate that as to why it's not marked, or
Mr. Curtis,
if we're not
is there-
going to enforce it, we need to take it off the books.
Is there any lettering on the vehicle?
There is.
Does it say Clark County?
No, it says CCRD.
It says, it's supposed to say Clark County in 2-inch letters.
Okay, we'll note that. Any further discussion?
Judge, just for the record, I'm not going to support this reappointment. I think you're well aware of why I feel that way. I'm going to take the high road and not discuss those matters in open session. Anybody, any member of this court wants to know why, I'm very available.
Thank you, Travis. Any further discussion?
I'd like to say that I think Mr. Curtis has done an outstanding job with the road department, and I'm going to support this reappointment. Thank you.
Further discussion?
I'd echo those same comments by Magistrate Elkins there.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor respond by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Nay.
No.
It appears the motion carries. Item number 8, consider approval of an order authorizing the judge executive to exercise emergency authority to repair or replace the heating system in the Clark County Courthouse. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve?
Is there a second?
Second.
I will note that I've discussed with our current provider who's worked on the outage that we've got so far, that being Disponet. They have given me some rough numbers for a temporary unit that they would expect to be in place for up to 60 days, along with the replacement. I would say the numbers they've quoted me from the addition I was doing in my head, it isn't a written quote yet. She basically just threw a bunch of numbers at me. Seemed to be about 125,000. So I think the number to fill in the blank, just for safety's sake, should be 150,000. And we'll see what quote they give us. And of course, I'm not just going to get one quote, even though this is an emergency action. I'll see if I can find someone else as well.
I'm sorry if I may, the boiler, is that correct, suffered a catastrophic failure? Is that an accurate assessment?
One of the walls cracked. It's a cast iron boiler, and my understanding is it's a outdated model. Replacement parts are not available, so it has to be a full replacement.
And I guess because of pressure buildup in boilers and things.
Well, that's getting into some engineering I can't explain for you.
I just, if we're gonna spend $150,000,
Yeah.
I wanna make sure the public understands that we have to spend that money, and it's not something that we're doing just on a whim.
Right. Yeah, I was told it cannot be replaced the way that it is. Can't be fixed. It needs to be replaced.
Do we know what the approximate age is of the existing boiler?
The estimate is it was put in roughly between 1970 and 1980.
40,000 years.
It was probably put in when this addition was put on, I would guess,
That's it.
which would be about 1980.
I think, I'm not, like you, not an expert on boilers, but I think that's probably somewhere in the average useful life of a boiler. The judge would probably could tell us more. He went through this issue not too long ago. He's probably a bit of a boiler expert, but
Ernie?
I was just gonna make a comment. Frank had mentioned the other day that we went with the cheapest, service and received no or very little warranty. So everything we're fixing, we're having to pay for out of our pocket. So just when you're looking at that, I would, spending a few extra dollars and having a warranty, so if things go bad, might be worth the money. So just, I'll be happy to
It's a
get
good
the
point.
numbers if you care.
Sure, yeah. More information is always better.
Judge, one question, did I hear you correctly? They were gonna put some type of temporary unit in?
That's what Disponet has recommended.
Okay. And then the other thing that, just my 2 cents worth, because interest rates are so low, instead of paying cash for this, I think it would be beneficial for us to take advantage of the low interest rates and look at the financing options of that.
We'll look into it. Any further discussion? Okay. Seeing none, all those in favor respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? That motion carries.
Motion to adjourn.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor respond by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Meeting stands adjourned,
150,000.
9:38.
I said like 30 minutes, but how about 8 minutes? That works too.
Probably a new record.
And the technical services of,
That's gonna be remain.
okay, gotcha.